I see you watching me from way across the room. When that song come on, I'll watch you break the rules. Break a leg, get money, fuck a friend. Represent, then bands will make a dance. Wish them well, you never playing fair. Isabel, the princess of Bel-Air. Break a leg, get money, fuck a friend. Represent, then bands will make a dance. Wish them well, you never playing fair. Isabel, the princess of Bel-Air. Dollar bill, motherfucker.
Yo, welcome everybody to the Dope Dealers Podcast, episode 14. We here. Let's give a shout out for that intro from the 90s, and that's called The Princess of Bel-Air. Shout out to them for sending in their music and letting us play it. Check them out online. Princess of Bel-Air, the 90s. I am here today. Hey, my co-host Jamal Doman is in OKC, Oklahoma City this weekend at the Looney Bin. So if you're near there, if you know somebody in Oklahoma City, if you close by, you're traveling through, stop by and check him out. He's there all weekend from tomorrow night through Sunday night. I believe it's about 8 shows, so you got multiple opportunities to check them out. So today I got 2 guest hosts with me, the homies that's been here before. Let's welcome in. Put your hands together. I said it like y'all coming to the stage. Joey Everline and Mr. Trey Elliot.
What's happening?
What's going on,
Homies
Thanks
is
for
here.
having us again.
Yes,
Back
man.
again.
Glad
We miss
y'all
you,
here.
Jamal. We miss you.
Yeah, he rolling now. He's up in the air. Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to kill it though in Looney Bin though. He's going to break some legs there.
Tell all the black people if y'all know somebody in OKC to go check them out. You know,
I don't know anybody in OKC. I do know 2 people in OKC now.
Tell Russell Westbrook. Y'all want to hear a quick.
I was going to say they're eliminated. They got nothing else
he got
to do.
time.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something funny about OKC. And I said I'll never go back to Oklahoma again. I was in Oklahoma City one time, and I was in town literally 15 minutes, and I got arrested. What? Now I did some shit to get arrested. Hold on, now I ain't acting like I didn't they didn't arrest me on no bullshit. I was doing some shit. That's why that's when I got caught up and I went to federal prison. What I was doing, and I had just told my boy, here go the thing. See, we was riding around. I was doing comedy, right? And I was also passing counterfeit bills and checks and traveler's checks and everything, yeah. And so I had just told my boy like 10 minutes before, I was like, hey man, we gotta quit going to cities where we don't know nobody. We just gotta stick to the cities where we know people. And so we passed through Oklahoma City, and I'm like, I just said that shit, and I'm like, fucking, I try to make a move with one of the things I had. Next thing I know, the police swooped on us. I was locked up. I was in Oklahoma City for like 5 months in jail.
Yo, that got to be the scariest feeling when you know you doing some shit you shouldn't be doing, and the cops are there, and the cops.
Well, they wasn't right there. They came quick though. The thing is that they came quick, and like I said, in 15 minutes, I was locked up in a city where I didn't know nobody, and I was there for like 4 or 5 months.
Yo, that's got to be the.
And you in jail, and you don't know nobody.
Yo, it remind me of the movie Dead Presidents, right? And you know, and you seen Dead Presidents, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. Have you seen Dead Presidents?
I actually have not seen that.
It's a good movie, and at the end, when kind of towards the end, where Lorenz Tate, you know what I mean, Anthony was the character. He was trying to, get everybody together because they was about to make the move. So he went back down to the lounge to get Kirby, and they was stuffing the money, gathering the money. He was like, once we get to Mexico, everything will be good. And it's intense. And then as soon as they get ready to leave out of the house, all the cops come in. Yeah, and like boom, and I'm like, yo, that got to be the worst feeling in the world. Man.
Yeah, man, and you know what? And shout out to Michael Golden. Hopefully he's out of prison by now. But when I was locked up in Oklahoma City in jail, he looked out for me. He was the first person I met, and he was a cool brother. And then all the brothers from OKC, they end up being cool. But that was just a crazy feeling, just being locked up in a town where you didn't know nobody. Nobody could come visit you. Yeah, it was all fucked up.
Well, man, we're glad you're free, brother.
Yeah. We got sidetracked.
Yeah. On to the free shit. We free now, man. Let's get on this. Let's get on
First of all, hey, I want to start off. thanking Ed Wanda White for the past weekend. This Saturday show, we did the Clean Comedy Explosion at the Crenshaw Performing Arts Theater. It was a great show. I had a wonderful time. Seen some people I hadn't seen in a while. Angel Gaines, Hope Flood, Gerard Guillory, and my man Benny Mena. It was a great time. Thanks to everybody that came out.
That's what's up.
And I was just glad I didn't cuss, so that was cool. That was cool.
Right on. All right.
Yeah.
Keep it.
So what's been up with y'all? Everything been cool?
Everything's cool. Just came over here from work. I'm officially a working actor.
Okay, congratulations.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I got my first restaurant job.
Oh, okay, hilarious.
Hilarious.
I'm over at a California Pizza Kitchen right now, and I'm going to gain 10 pounds by the end of this month.
Let me know which one you work at so I can come get some free shit. I'm about to get you fired, you know.
That's funny. No, we at least pay. We just need a discount. We gonna pay.
I don't know.
Give me the free shit.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of juice I can get when it comes to employees.
Hey, that barbecue chicken salad at California Pizza Kitchen.
Hey, I forgot how good their food is, man. But I'm feeling good. Came over here, Ball Till You Fall. It's my boy Michael Ball and his company. Thanks for the hookup right here. But, man, things are great, though. A lot going on in the world of sports. Feels good to be back here with y'all.
Trey, what's good with you?
Oh, man, you know, we had the dope show, the first Reckless and Ill-Advised comedy show, produced by my homegirl, Stacey Harris. It was last night at the Flappers Comedy Club in the Yoo-Hoo Room. We packed it out. Great show. I had myself. I was hosting, of course. I had my man David Lucas opening it up. Then I had Daphne Springs. Yeah, David did his thing. Then Daphne Springs. Then Mari and Kendrick. And then Chico. And then Boogie. So I put everybody that I came up with.
You know, hot lineup.
Yeah, Boogie B.
Boogie B. Montreal. You know what? I remember a few years ago, he did a show where Russell Westbrook and Serge Ibaka attended.
Yeah,
in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Boogie's the dude, man.
Me and Boog can't, you know, me and Boog got a lot of history together, man. That's like my right-hand guy, man.
I met him
met him at the same venue I met you when I was just a comedy fan before I took the plunge.
Down
in Irvine.
No doubt.
So, hey, y'all, you get to check out the royal wedding? You see any of that?
Yo, I saw clips of the royal wedding.
Yeah, I seen some of it. I woke up I fell asleep with the TV on and woke up and it was on and I stayed and watched it. That shit was, it was intriguing. It was kind of remarkable. I was really tripping off they had more black people working over there than they do at the White House over here.
Yeah. Nah, man.
That was a good sign.
A lot of people was on Facebook giving the whole royal wedding and just giving the whole thing a hard time and just being too woke about the royal wedding. For me, I didn't really have an opinion that deep on it. I'm just like,
it's not that serious.
Motherfuckers want to get married.
That ain't our business.
And some people I heard some people saying that Meghan Markle doesn't, you know, she's not she doesn't have that certain kind of class to marry the prince because she was divorced and
but you know what though?
But who gives a damn?
You know what?
Like,
the prince don't give a fuck about that. She got some good pussy and he fucking with the bitch. That's all it's about.
For all the money he has, she better have good pussy.
And look, some chicks saying she ain't that cute. She's not that pretty. I'm like, yo, y'all bullshitting. She pretty. But I'm like, have you looked at the prince? Like, you acting they not no handsome.
These motherfuckers got bald spots and all type of shit.
They not the best looking dudes, you know what I mean?
But I mean, you know what? Now, is she the prettiest woman he probably could have found? No, but she is pretty, and he must dig her. I mean, he really looks like he dig her, you know? So, shit, maybe that was the first black pussy guy.
Yo, yeah.
That could be.
There ain't nothing like it either.
What, like some black coochie?
Ooh, yeah, man. I love those sisters. I love those sisters.
That's funny.
We love them too.
I like my girls BBW. Beautiful black women.
I mean, I was even happy that they had the black, the minister and everything. It was cool. I enjoyed the little bit I watched. It was cool, man.
Black minister was sounding like Randy Watt. Randy, the preacher from Coming to America.
Yeah, he was chilling. He had his shit together.
Yeah, it was good. Yo, the choir was dope.
Yeah.
The choir was dope. Man, I don't really have nothing bad to say, man. I'm just like, my thing is this. She just got to just be careful up in there. Make sure they ain't trying to set her up.
It's some people that just want to be mad at everything. Like, damn, you're mad at everything?
I know.
Shit. I mean, enjoy some. I mean, that ain't none of my business. I really don't give a fuck. I spent about 30, 45 minutes of my life watching on TV. Yeah. Maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it, and I don't know. I mean, people just, man. They hating on the black girl, too.
They hating on the black girl. They trying to say she ain't black enough, she ain't white enough. Look, her mama black. What difference does it make? I mean, it's something they found love, man. Let them get married and just hopefully there's no bullshit. You know, it's a lot of rumors, you know, because a lot of conspiracy behind when Princess Diana got killed because she was dating a Muslim guy, and you know that wasn't the most proper, the most thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the royal palace. So word on the street is that they were murdered. You know, because once she got divorced from Prince William. Then she went with the Muslim billionaire dude, and they said she was pregnant, whatever. So it was a lot of conspiracy behind how she went out, and it's like people are caught up
about all that.
Yeah. So people are caught up with the whole like
maybe she shouldn't have married.
She black.
I forgot about all of that.
So, but then when you go back to the history, people are saying she's not the first black, you know, princess or first black whatever in the royal family. Then they start digging back.
Well, they went back hundreds of years.
Yeah, they start digging all the way back. So you know, it count, but it don't count. It count for the purpose of the argument, but it don't count for us for the cook because we like, man, we ain't
they show a picture of this other black woman princess.
They might, you know, they might have a picture of her in the palace.
Oh, they had to draw her. It was so long ago.
Man, everything she wasn't. Yeah, man. I just feel like black people, we too woke, man. We too woke. You know, I'm just reading some of the comments. My man Victor.
I mean,
it's something too.
It's a trip too because in most cases, you know, she probably had it harder than people imagine because it's hard enough at that time when you had the mixed parents, black and white. But her dad was white, which that wasn't, you know, it was mostly black men with white women. It wasn't black women with white men.
Her dad was white.
So she went through a lot of shit, man. They need to raise up off her. I don't even know a whole lot. I know enough though. And Pops couldn't even go to he said, shit, fuck it, I don't want to embarrass her.
Yeah,
like,
nah.
What was that about? What does he mean he didn't want to embarrass her?
I don't know, maybe Pops wasn't looking right. I don't know. I mean, but if that was a black dad and a white mom, the black dad would have been all up in that bitch. Like,
yeah, he could have just got off crack. He'd have been at that motherfucker. He wouldn't have gave a fuck.
He wouldn't have gave a damn.
I'm here.
This
is my daughter.
This is stuff
right.
you guys, this is stuff you guys know a lot more about than I do. That's for certain right there.
But you know what, man? At the end of the day, people got to remember, because I heard some people saying she a gold digger, want money. She was worth $5 million before getting into the.
Now she worth $5 billion though.
But you know what?
But she wasn't broke.
She wasn't broke. That's
and
my
she could have got another rich man over here. It ain't like she had to get with this motherfucker. You know, she was gonna get another She was gonna get somebody else who had money, no matter where she got a man from.
Yeah, but my man just said the queen is a savage. She's gonna need security for her security. Yeah, man, the queen. Yo, you can't put nothing past these elites and these royals, man. They be murking motherfuckers, man. Like, so I'm just want Megan to be careful, man. You know, she went from Hollywood to the royal palace, which is a fairy tale story. You know what I mean? I'm seeing a lot of chicks on social media. # find my Prince Harry. # she got a good man. I'm like, you done passed up a lot of good men that may work at Target or UPS, but you want to bypass them. That's your Prince Harry. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like you ain't about to get what Megan got. You know, you ain't like, you ain't.
That's true.
You know, so women, stop thinking you gonna get the quote unquote that Prince Harry, but there's a lot of Prince Harrys y'all passing up. You just don't think they get Prince Harry. You know what I mean?
And hey, you want to talk about like striking while the iron's hot? Convicted felon turned model Jeremy Meeks.
Yeah,
just got the heiress, to her father's billions. He just got her pregnant.
Oh shit!
Yep, got married with 2 kids when he got out of prison.
Yeah, right.
That family, and the guy was already set anyway.
Right,
man.
So he found the heiress of a.
Yeah, I saw him at a gas station in Studio City just a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
what kind of car he had?
Black Range Rover.
Okay.
And I was looking at him and I go, where do I know that face from? And when he drove off, I saw some neck tattoos. I go, I think that was the felon who turned model because his mugshot went viral back in 2014.
And you know what? And I ain't mad at that, man.
Shit.
Everybody don't need to be famous, but if it's about changing your life, if you're a convicted felon and now you famous and you can do some good
I
shit.
ain't famous like that.
Yeah.
But look at me. Shit.
If you better yourself, I'm
all
cool.
good for that.
If it wasn't for comedy, I'd be back in prison. I'd be doing life. So shit.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. That's why we call this the dope dealer.
Yeah,
podcast. I sold weed for 2 weeks, but that's never.
Yeah, that ain't.
Same here.
That don't classify as nothing.
Right.
I think I made like $20 doing it.
Right, but I'm all up for that though.
But good looking for. I mean, good shit for Megan, her family. Hope everything work out or whatever. Hopefully it's true love for her and the prince. And if not, it's really none of our motherfucking business.
It's not.
So
it ain't. So black people stop being and white people, everybody stop being so judgmental about the situation, man. Everybody pull out their history books to show how we was oppressed and who oppressed us. I mean, listen, man, I get all of that. And I understand about being woke and being knowledgeable, but sometimes, you know, let's let things be, man, you know?
There are more important things to worry about in life than someone's wedding. I mean, this, you know, when someone posted a status on Facebook saying, I don't give a fuck about this royal wedding. My response was #me too.
Why did they even have to put it out there? Shit.
Nah, but it's just, but it's something, look, I mean, one of the more ridiculous things we've seen since, you know, LeBron James announced he was taking his talents to South Beach in 2010.
Oh, yeah, and everybody went crazy.
And everybody went ballistic that ESPN did a 1-hour spot over this.
Shit, yeah. I mean, and everybody knew he had to leave Cleveland. I mean, you know you had to leave a team where your teammate is fucking your mama. You can't stay there. I knew he was gone, waste an hour of my life on ESPN. I was mad my damn self.
Rumor has it wasn't just a teammate, it was teammates.
Yeah, she done fucked a whole bunch of cats in the league.
Dang.
I mean, that's trifling LeBron mother. She know better than that.
Yeah.
All the money she got now, she get a regular motherfucker.
Oh, man, but I mean, though.
She can get a nigga named William.
She gonna fuck with his teammate.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about how his teammates do that shit.
Yeah, his teammates are wrong, yeah.
Yeah, how they do that shit, Kimmy. I mean, shit. She look just like LeBron. How they fuck with her?
But you know, they all groupies too. They would be like, yeah, you know, I fuck LeBron mama, right? Like, they just.
I couldn't the thought of saying that.
But my buddy.
That's like saying you fucked another comedian's mother. That's disgusting, man. Like, there's no way I could do no shit.
My buddy
like
was telling me, you know, a black man as well. He was telling me, he goes, I'll bet you anything LeBron probably dissed him or started stunting on him in practice, and that Delonte said, "Oh, I'm gonna get you back, motherfucker."
Nah, I think he just found out. That was enough there.
But plus, Delonte, we all know the guy is a nutcase off and still is, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was. As soon as he fucked LeBron's mother, that got him put out the league. LeBron was like, get this motherfucker out the league. Don't nobody pick him up. Wow, man. And speaking of sports, man, the Eagles going to the White House.
So are they going to go? Because I remember immediately Doug Peterson said that they would not attend. This is right after they won, saying they would not attend as a sign of team unity.
They made the decision to go ahead and go to the White House, and they're letting each player decide if they want to come or not. Right. That's the decision.
Which is the best way to handle it.
Yeah, because, you know, that's the way I would handle it if I was in charge, because, you know, some people, it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. They, you know, they might be supporters of Trump. They want to go. Hey, I ain't mad at them. And then the rest of us and the brothers on the team, we don't want to fucking go to the White House. So I ain't mad at nobody. They should let them decide. And when 4 motherfuckers go, just let them 4 go.
So let me ask you, so should the other teammates judge the teammates who do go or vice versa?
No, I wouldn't. No,
definitely
hopefully
should not.
No, I would. No, because, you know, like, say, for instance, it might not even be about Trump. I mean, you know, that's the one opportunity for a person to go to the White House. I mean, it ain't like it ain't like Carson Wentz just gonna show up at the White House on a Wednesday, random Wednesday. Hey, I want to check out the White House, y'all.
Yeah.
Can I come on in? You know, so they got to get. You know, I ain't mad at nobody.
So would you go if it was you?
Oh no, I'm not going.
Okay, I've been to the White House. I haven't been inside, but I've been to the White House plenty. Like, you know, when I was
I ain't going while he's president.
Yeah, I would go if I wouldn't go while Trump was in there. You know what I mean?
I don't know. You know what though? It's hard to say.
I would go.
It's hard to say. I mean, like let's look at it from there. Let's say, for instance, if we had worked our ass off all year and we won the Super Bowl and I'm on that team and I'm a player. Whew, it's a tough call.
Or we could go to the White House and just be like, yo, I don't need to meet him. Just let me chill in the lobby. Let me chill let me go holler at some other people.
But then what about this fact? What about even if you dislike everything about Trump, but you go to the White House and then you question his ass right there, that's your opportunity to get close to him. It's like, yo, Trump, what's up with this build a wall shit?
Would they let that fly though?
Well, I mean, you got to do it. You going to get the questions in. Even if he don't answer them, at least you're going to get that shit out. You know, be prepared. You know, don't go in there yelling and screaming and cussing, but know what you're going to say, have that shit together.
Say that a cool way.
Hey, Trump, you know, President Trump, I just want to ask you something, man. You know, why you tripping on the Mexicans in this wall shit?
You know what? That's not a bad idea, but they might not have a team after they do that shit.
What do you mean they might not have a team?
They might, the owner might let them go. It's real. The whole politics shit behind that. I mean, I hear you, but there's always a chance that if you do some shit like that, you're gonna deal with some type of repercussions. Now, do they get paid to go to the White House?
No, shit. They don't get paid. They just go. Shit. They probably pay the White House.
I mean, hey, they get free food. Who knows what else they get there? I mean, but like you said, this could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go to the White House.
Yeah, but unfortunately, man, it's a lot of tainted affiliations going on right now with the White House. So it's just a fucked up situation.
Well, check this out. I'm going to read this letter that was sent to one of the Eagle players, Brandon Graham.
Okay.
Check this out. Let's see.
That shit was unbelievable.
If I could see this shit.
Can you see?
Oh, yeah, I can see. Dear Brandon, I always felt you were an all right, regular guy who loved America, but you have clearly shown your intense hatred, towards America. I'm appalled that you and a couple of your asshole teammates are turning down an offer made by President Trump to visit our nation's White House as the Super Bowl football champions. Wow. If I owned the Eagles football team, here you go, every one of you would have been fired and released immediately when you decided not to visit Washington. To say I am totally disappointed in your decision is tremendously understated. And as a result, I am no longer a fan. It would be great news to me to see you let go from the team.
Yeah, man. Wow. Like people.
Wow. Now, hold on. But this guy, not only did he say that, he left all his info. He said, you have my complete and utter contempt. Robert Coleman. He left his address, phone number, and everything. Sincerely. Wow.
And don't forget, too, the postscript at the bottom.
Yeah, P.S. You have my permission to show this letter to your asshole teammate.
Damn, he called them assholes.
Ooh, so they know how a longtime Eagle fan feels about you miserable bastards. Wow.
Yeah, my man just made a good point. Sean Williams said that Tom Brady didn't go when Obama was in.
That is correct.
No, nobody said
and
shit.
Did he get it? And did he? Yeah, he didn't get all that
there
flack
wasn't
and
any
bullshit.
Flack or
so
he said he had a family appointment, like they was going on vacation and shit. Remember that?
Yeah, and we are for some reason.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Tom Brady always gets a free pass, though.
For some reason, I believe every Patriot player is a Trump supporter.
Yeah, even the black ones look.
Even
like,
the black ones look like they Trump
I gotta agree. Even the black ones look like they do.
And I honestly think a lot of them in the NFL are because, of their high income. Trump is taking care of them on the tax front of things.
But you know what? And if people want to vote for Trump based off of those purposes, look, I ain't knocking nobody to tell them how to manage their money and what they want to do to make sure that their coin is in check.
Yeah, that's not in nobody's position.
Yeah, I can't say I ain't gonna knock nobody for that. But that's only a selected few motherfuckers in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at them for that. Why you vote for Trump? Look, ain't had nothing to do with all that other bullshit. I need these tax breaks right now. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, those other ignorant people that the Let's Make America Great Again supporter part for that, who support him for that reason, then we got some problems.
You ever seen all of his conference? See, like this little kid that they follow him around with, like I guess his father. They go from, meeting to meeting whenever Trump is around, and he's dressed like Trump and he got the red hat on and shit. You ever seen that kid in the audience? See how he sits right behind him? I'm like, that shit is weird as hell. This kid's like 12 years old.
Yeah, he want to be Trump.
And the thing about it is, I just feel like Trump just makes these comments, calling the players and the teams SOBs last season because he knows he's going to get a reaction out of it. And he loves the fact that somebody sent this letter in and that it's become something that Brandon Graham posted it, that people are talking about him. He doesn't care if it's good or bad. That's just Donald Trump for you.
He called him. Yeah,
he's an entertainer. He's an entertainer, and he wants reactions before he wants to be.
Yeah, and this dude's like, he ain't gonna be a fan no more than you wasn't a fan anyway.
You weren't a fan anyway. If that's gonna stop you because somebody didn't go visit somebody, like I mean, ask that dude how many people he don't want to go visit, and is he being judged by that? You know, I feel like
that's the same person that wouldn't go to the White House if Obama was there.
If Obama was there,
that he wouldn't be mad. And
he's a radical.
The Eagles did the right thing. They let the players decide. That's what they should do. They shouldn't say, it
shouldn't be mandatory.
It shouldn't be forced.
Or you shouldn't be forced not to attend as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's up to you.
And see, football's a little different than other sports too, because you got more people. Like, see, when Golden State didn't go, it's only 15 guys. So they know, okay, if 10, 11, 12 don't want to go at all, then, you might as well say, well, we ain't going to go because it's only 15 of them. But out of all the football players on the team, maybe half of them want to go and maybe the other half don't.
Right.
And everybody deserves the right to if that's what they want to do.
And you got to remember, football is an all-American.
Yeah, nobody should be penalized no matter which way they want to go with that.
It's up to individuals, man. So I'm not going to be mad at you either way.
Well, that leads us into the dope question of the week, man.
Dope question of the week. What's that?
Dope question of the week, huh?
Yeah, the dope question of the week. This is a crazy one for me. It's easy. I mean, it didn't take me long to think about it. But the question is, would you invite any of your exes to your wedding?
Would you invite any one of your exes to your wedding?
Yeah, what would you do, Joy?
Would I invite any of my exes to my wedding? No. And the main reason why is because that's their opportunity to bring a dude who's way better looking than I am and way more successful than me on what's supposed to be the best day of my life.
You would be worried about that, though?
Yeah,
you got your woman.
Yeah.
You worried about your woman and your last woman, huh?
But you just don't want that awkward tension there. And if it is an ex that you did invite, usually it means there was some longer term, that it was a long-term relationship. This is someone your family members knew.
Right.
Some of your family members are just going to despise that ex regardless.
Or they might love her.
They might.
It could go both ways and make it tension.
And I didn't even think about that, how that could be how that could even bring up tension. You look at Meet the Parents.
They might like the old girl better than the new girl.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You know what?
Who knows is right.
It just depends on the relationship you have with your ex, because some people remain friends with their exes. You know what I mean? That ex may be in another relationship. You know what I mean?
No.
So for me, I don't have really that many exes. So
I do.
I'm trying to. I have chicks that
I got hundreds of them.
I got but they ain't never been no girlfriends.
Yeah.
But I got some exes that would say to me, "Well, why wouldn't you invite me? I mean, I would love to meet you." I got some exes that would say that shit to me.
That's some dumb shit.
For me, the person that I marry is going to be very secure, and she's probably gonna be like, "I don't give a fuck. I don't care." You know what I mean? She probably like, "I don't care. Like I'm marrying you, so it ain't really, So it just depends on who it is. If it was a crazy ex, no. But if it was a chill ex, we broke up amicably, and if that's a word.
I don't really have no chill ones like that, really.
I do.
But the thing is, like, for one, I would never invite an ex to my wedding, and I wouldn't go to their wedding. That shit's bananas on either end. I don't want to see this bitch getting married.
Unless she had some nice bridesmaids.
Yeah, it's like,
you never know.
It just depends on who the ex is, the status of y'all relationship. Did y'all remain friends after y'all broke up? I mean, how long was the relationship? Like what kind of history did y'all have? I mean, was she pregnant by your kid and got rid of it? Like, there's a lot of different factors, man, to see how deep of an ex.
Yeah, me and none of my ex, we ain't cool like that. Ain't none of them. I mean, it ain't like we bad, but I mean, like, we ain't cool like that. But yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I just can't even understand that. Like, but I have known people that have went to their ex's wedding. I've heard of it before.
Yeah, yeah.
I could never do that. How you gonna get up the day of the wedding and be like, oh shit, got my
ex getting married.
I'm all shade up, I'm clean, got my suit together, getting dressed, all dressed up to go see her get married.
My buddy just commented, he goes, "Facts, LMFAO, #hot bridesmaids."
Yeah. Yeah.
And
then they'd be like, oh, you can't fuck with him. He used to fuck with.
If they got but that's more of incentive for one of the bridesmaids to really probably want to fuck with you. You know,
that
half the bridesmaids don't even like each other. The bridesmaids probably don't even really like the bride that much. You know, girls always be beefing and be fake with each other.
They're competing with one another.
Yeah.
Women are sneaky when it comes to other women. Especially something I've noticed living in Los Angeles the last 3.5 years.
Yeah. I tell you what, damn the wedding, I'll go to the reception. Especially if they got an open bar. I'm in the building. You know what I mean? The reception is where it goes down anyway.
My best friend's wedding back in October, I was a groomsman in, which was bitching. They paired me up with a bridesmaid. Nothing ever got serious with us, but we had a crush on each other like 6-7 years ago. So, of course, her boyfriend was there too. And I'm like, I got a feeling that they staged that on purpose.
Hey, that's funny. Hey, I'll tell a quick wedding story. When I got married, not a lot of people know this. I mean, but this really happened. When I got married, after the wedding, the reception, everything, we at the reception, and me and my homeboys, my best man, my homeboys I grew up with, we all go upstairs into upstairs in the hotel in the room, and we smoking bud and everything and chilling, and two of my homeboys, they start arguing, basically about some shit that was equivalent to $50, in some shit that happened like 8, 9, 10 years ago. They had been drinking, obviously, at the wedding reception, so they start arguing. All of a sudden, they start fighting at my wedding.
Jesus.
Wow!
Right, so I'm like, damn, So they wrestling. We let them wrestle for a minute. And I'm standing there talking to them. I'm like, yo, this is what y'all gonna do on my wedding day. I cannot believe you motherfuckers. I just couldn't, I couldn't believe they was doing it. So they wrestling, whatever. So now, one of my homeboys, he bites my other homeboy in the back. Like, bite. I swear to you, man.
He must have been losing.
He damn near bit a chunk out of him. He bit him so bad. And we was like, damn. So then when he bit him and had his teeth in him, that's when all the homies like pulled them apart, like got them apart. Because at first they were just wrestling. So now I'm just furious. I'm like, man, I cannot believe y'all. And then one of my homeboy who did the biting, he drove there. My other homeboy, he was my best man. He was in the limo with me, so he couldn't leave. So I told my boy who drove, I was like, look, man, I can't believe you did this shit. Man, just go ahead and leave, man. I just can't believe you motherfuckers. I'm furious. So he walks out. So a few minutes later, my other homeboy who got bit, he walks out or whatever. Some of us still in the room, we smoking bud or whatever. All of a sudden, there's a knock at the room. One of my people come from downstairs like, hey, come down there. They downstairs fighting. I said, oh, hell no. Are you kidding me? This at my wedding reception. So now they downstairs fighting in the lobby of the hotel.
Oh,
so
man.
now we get them broke up, get them outside. I'm telling my boy who drove, like, get out of here, whatever. So they out there. We in the front of, how the hotels, in the front of the hotel, they got the circle parking when you so it's like a circle like that. So my homeboy walks, get in his car, and all of us standing out there, the biter, all the other homies. Now some of the ladies that came out, my wife that came out, all this shit. People out there, it's just a big scene. So my boy gets in his car, and he comes around the circle, and all of a sudden, he just runs my homeboy over with the car.
God dang.
Ran him
what kind
over.
of friends you got, man?
He ran him over with the car. I'm not bullshitting you. So now people are screaming, and my wife is like screaming. So I go to pick up my boy. Like, I go over to the ground. I'm like, yo, he's laying on the ground or whatever. So I get him up, whatever. He's walking. He's handling shit. And I'm talking, when I say car, this was an old car. This was a solid steel car. This wasn't like no new fiberglass joint. So at this time, so my boy, we all astonished that he ran him over with the car. And my boy gets up like it ain't shit. So the dude comes back around. My homeboy comes back around, runs him over again.
Nah, this is too much.
2 times, right? So then he pulls up the driveway a little, and then he gets out the car and he's crying. This is my boy who did the running over. He's crying. He's like, man, Trey, you made me do this shit too. You made me. So then he drives off.
Over.
So then we get Dre. Dre, I don't know how to this day I don't know how he wasn't paralyzed or killed. He got to the hospital, ended up being fine, but that shit happened at my wedding, right? So it was funny because at the time, I was working at Kinko's, right? And so people from my job that came to the wedding, all the white people, whatever, my manager. So after I went on a honeymoon and came back to work, first day I went to work, my manager said, "Hey,
Gotta
man,
let you go."
No, he was like, "Hey, man, you sure know how to throw a fucking party, dude."
Damn.
So then, you know what? And I should have known that the marriage was gonna be fucked up from day one.
Yeah, man.
That shit only lasted a year after my homeboy them.
Are y'all still friends? Like, are you?
Oh
friends?
no, hell no.
Yeah. See,
She got a girlfriend now. We ain't friends. I ain't seen her in years. Thank God.
Listen, no, not
That's
your boys.
Oh yeah, because we all grew up together.
Yeah, man.
Since we was like 5 years old. That's why it's like it was crazy, you know. And now they in Omaha, Nebraska, which is a small town, so they still see each other all the time. And
Yo, them small towns, shit like that be happening because they don't have
and
nobody
they can't
to
go
fight.
nowhere. Yeah,
They don't got so they gotta just fight everybody.
Hey, but I mean,
They got to bring some excitement.
how many
somehow.
people got? I mean, ain't too many people that can say somebody got hit by a car at
that's
their
crazy.
wedding.
Twice.
When one of my closest friends got married, it's a crew of us. We're all close, all brothers, all close, and two of them got into a little scuffle.
Got drunk and
before. This was before the wedding. Like we was supposed to be putting on our tuxes and everything, getting ready. They got
they went
into
to
a
the
little
wedding
scuffle.
with black eyes and shit.
And, but it all ended.
But see
good.
that, luckily, see that wasn't that bad. But man, when he bit him and all that shit, that was crazy.
That's a little bit overboard.
That's just sick right there.
Yeah,
that's
man.
a little bit overboard.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. But man, our dope of the week, man.
Who's our dope of the week?
I can't wait to hear this.
I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but the dope of the week, his name is Sidney Portley.
Okay.
Not Portier, Portley. He's in Texas. 25-year-old man in Texas was portraying himself as a high school basketball player. He had fabricated paperwork, whatever, 25 years old, playing high school ball, dating a high school girl, just having a good old time, reliving his days.
So, 25-year-old basketball player
in Texas.
He decides he wants to go back to high school to play basketball on the high school basketball team.
Yeah, because now he's a little better. He went off and worked on his game, got his shit together.
I'm not mad at him.
That sounds like a great movie script in the making.
Let me tell you what, man.
But go on, Trey.
I played football. I played football, basketball. It's times, especially with football, that when I'm sleeping, I have dreams that the play that I didn't make.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you some real shit.
That
yeah,
I'm like, yo, I be having dreams that I either made the play or I be like, or I just be having dreams sometimes about
that's natural
high school athletic stuff. And I was like, man, if I had maybe worked harder or if I did this. So sometimes I often say to myself, yo, if I had the chance to go back to like high school, at least back then, these athletes are just, phenomenal now. And they, supplement, they taking all type of shit, whatever.
Yep.
But back then it was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Hey, I would go back and do that shit, yo. And I'll be yanking on them.
Yeah, and see, I mean, that is crazy, but okay, we can give him that, but, dating the girls or whatever, that's where he really fucked up.
That's where he drew the line.
Yeah, because all he did was fabricate some documents and, come up with this hell of a scheme. But then, somebody noticed him at the game. He was coming down court. Somebody was like, hold on, I played against that motherfucker about 8 years ago.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Shit,
And, with me, I don't think Trey knows this about me, but I used to be a sports broadcaster my first year at community college down in Orange County. And it's cool because my one of my teachers, instructor Hassler, is watching my live video at the moment. Our soccer team was undefeated in 2005. They were ranked #1 on the community college level. Turned out there were a bunch of guys who fabricated information, had to forfeit their entire season.
Oh, shit.
They had a guy named, I don't remember if his name was Oscar Felix, and then he changed his name to Felix Oscar or vice versa, but he had already played through his Division I career and everything, and then made up a fake name so he could play soccer at this community college.
But how far do these guys think they're gonna go? Like, what was this dude that did the high school shit.
Yeah, he
What was
walking
his
around.
goal?
He trying to go to prom.
Yeah. He
getting free lunch.
And then was he trying to get a scholarship?
You know,
Like, was he trying to play D1 ball?
he got the same Letterman jacket he had before.
Like, what was his end all with this situation?
And I'm sure that there's more to it we're going to find out about down the road. Now,
But one thing they did say that he didn't have sex with the girl, so that's luckily he's lucky on that, because if that
he knew better.
He really be in trouble. They said all the girls loved him. Yeah, 'cause he was like their father.
Yeah, he had his own apartment, his own car. You know, was going to work after school. Like,
he had
a grown man.
He had a credit card.
Yeah, so.
That's crazy. Dope of the week, man.
Then you look at, you think of the movie Dazed and Confused, Matt McConaughey's character, Wooderson, how he's reliving his old football glories on the, on the field at the end there. And you have Jason London saying, well, if I look back and these are the best times of my life, remind me to kill myself. Yeah. Some people, though, those are their glory days that they will never let go of.
Yeah, and thing is, like, I got a story about that, too. It's funny. I haven't told too many people because it's been painful, so I didn't talk about it too much. But back in high school, I hooped and I was pretty good. Everything was going great. A lot of people were looking at me. Everything was going great. I had a nice path set up. I worked hard for, and something happened. One day after practice, because I used to get bused to the school. Where I live, because it was out of the neighborhood. So
for sure, yeah.
One day after practice, on the way back on the bus, somebody lit up a joint on the bus, right? So they lit it up and they passed it around, and I hit it, whatever, me and a few other people. And I hit the joint, and somebody, the bus driver pulled over, and it was like, basically all he said was like, put out the weed or whatever. So put it out, and somehow somebody told, like they asked some girls or whatever who was smoking on the bus. So somebody told it was me. So it was me, and it was like 3 other cats that was on the team. So the next day when we get to school, the coach called me in the office or whatever, and this is my senior year. All these schools looking at me. I done worked hard on my game. I'm ready to go. I'm projected, first team All-State, all this shit. And the coach told me that he had to let me go for smoking the weed, right? And the thing about it is that I was the only one that he let go. Reason being is that the other kids that were smoking the weed, they were in 10th and 11th grade. He needed them for a couple years. I was the only senior, the captain of the team, everything, and he let me go. So I was devastated. And at first, he didn't tell me that I was done for the whole season. He was like, you suspended right now. So at first, I kept thinking that I was gonna get to come back, and obviously, everybody, the newspaper, everybody's like, okay, that's everywhere. I've embarrassed my family. My grandfather was a minister, so now the whole town knows what happens. I mean, it was horrible. My grandmother was embarrassed. She was so disappointed.
So you didn't have any teams that, college teams, I was just like, hey, we're not worried about that. It's he's a kid.
Yeah, and I had some other opportunities, and I went and gave it a try, but then I got hurt. But it's just like, I blew my chance, and that's something that I've never forgotten. And for years, I used to have those dreams that you were talking about. I used to have the dreams like I was playing or whatever. So, shit, it was one time. I mean, there's times I thought to myself, damn, I wish I could go back. I wish I could go back. I fucked that shit up, and like I said, I had worked hard. I mean.
Yeah, man.
See, that's some bullshit.
And then, you know what? But here's how ironic, everybody, and everybody, even my teachers, everybody was telling the coach, like, yo, man, put Toby back on the team. Like, like, come on. Okay, he learned a lesson. It's all over the newspapers. Everybody in town, he's embarrassed. His family's embarrassed. Enough is enough. And my coach was a disciple of Bob Knight. He went to all of his camps, all that. Him and Bob Knight were cool. So he was like, no, no, no. But look how things turned around. So all that was marijuana, and I was wrong. I was a kid or whatever, but he shouldn't have cut me off the team. But then what ended up happening is that his 2 kids, he had a son and a daughter, and both of them ended up strung out on drugs.
Wow.
And there's people to this day that know the whole situation, how it went down, and they felt like he was so wrong in the way he did it that that was his payback. Isn't that ironic?
You know what? Look, what goes around comes around.
And I don't wish nothing like that, but that's what happened.
And you
That's
can't.
just what happens.
And the thing is, you can't necessarily say the coach was wrong. You can't say he was right
because I violated the rules.
Right. But ironically, we are, or at least as kids, man, we at that time we always want those second chances, or I'm sorry, we want to be able to learn lessons, but without the repercussions of.
And high school
not being available for us anymore.
We're still kids.
I didn't play in my last football game, my senior high school, my last game, because I ended up getting sent to the principal's office for talking and cracking jokes in my in one of like my geometry classes or whatever. And she sent me to the office, and when you get sent to the office, you can't play in your football game. That's my last football game.
That's
crazy.
Of my last high school, because I knew I won't.
I was dating the prettiest cheerleader, everything. I mean, it was embarrassment to everybody. Her family was embarrassed. I mean, it was a horrible situation.
Yeah, they thought you was going to the league or something. They was like, But I feel like, man, but you say you still have certain opportunities with schools and colleges.
Yeah, but I could have went D1. I could have went D1. So went from that to JUCO, so
and you know what though, because
crack sales became more important than JUCO basketball.
Yeah, man.
More money to be made in that than JUCO basketball, that's for sure. And I mean, look, we all say we shouldn't dwell on the past, we shouldn't look back on it, and I'm not by any means saying that you are, but you do look at these moments that we've all endured at one point or another. Though we shouldn't ask what if. There are times where we do ask what if.
Yeah, because that was the first time in my life that I really disappointed myself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I fucked myself. I couldn't really blame. I mean, I disappointed myself, and that's the first major time. So yeah, I'll never forget that. I could be 150, and I still think about damn.
Yeah.
And I mean, one of my best friends is now coaching a high school volleyball at a really widely respected program in Orange County.
Mm-hmm.
And he. Former Division I player and everything. His senior year, he got screwed over on politics of the team. And this is Orange County, California, so I'm sure that doesn't surprise either of you that much. He got screwed over by politics his senior year on the team, playing through injuries and everything. The guy was the MVP of the team the year before and was the only guy on the team voted first team all league. And not only that, was unanimous.
Right.
And I just wonder about a guy like him. What could have been with volleyball if he had been given a more legit shot. Had one guy kicked off our cross-country team my senior year, or my junior year, but he was a senior who we felt shouldn't have been. Mm-hmm. The lead guy on the team, he went to bat for this guy, and it created so much tension with him and the coach. As soon as season was over, he's like, I'm done.
Right.
He had scholarships riding on it and everything, and he ended up going down a bad direction in life. And that's one where I'm like, what if that didn't happen? Where would his life have gone since then?
But, we all have to hold ourselves accountable for the decisions that we make, man.
Yes, we do. We're responsible for our own actions.
Sidney Portley, and he was arrested and charged with the felony of manipulating government documents to provide false registration records. And they investigated the relationship with the 14-year-old girl. So hopefully he didn't touch her or none of the other young ladies at the school. And other than that, it won't be that big of a deal.
Oh no, I'm just taping you.
That's it. I thought you were pointing your finger. I was looking down.
Oh no.
Yeah, so man, wow, that's a crazy ass story.
That really is something else, though. But just bringing back the memories, though, of fabricating documents. I mean, worked at Macy's, had a Hispanic woman who worked there, very hardworking, and I always enjoyed her. We got an anonymous phone call one day saying, "How come you guys are hiring illegal immigrants?" So we dropped her name. So obviously someone close to her who was upset with her called in. Turned out she was employed under somebody else's social security number.
Yo, man, look, I ain't mad at people that want to work. people that
Neither am
wanted
I.
that, you know. And
Nah, hell no.
But
I
you know
never
what
mad
dude
at
should have
that shit.
did? He just should have got him a good 24-hour fitness membership and LA fitness membership and just hoop, man. Or
I wonder, and then you know what? Now, I mean, it's intriguing to me.
How
Like, I
many
wonder
points?
how he was living too.
yeah,
Like, I mean, did he have a job he had to go to after
yeah.
school?
Did he have his own apartment?
Did he have an older woman who didn't know what he was doing? Like, I mean, a woman his age. I'm saying that he was, you know, that he was fucking, who just had no idea.
But I think a lot
He
of
thought he was at work and he was in
he's
geometry
in school.
and
Yeah.
shit.
I wonder
the
what his grades was
cafeteria.
like. What was his grade? He probably, man, fuck these grades. You know, like,
Yeah.
But he had to have enough good enough grades to be able to play. And how long did he go? Did he get within the season before someone caught on?
Oh, he made it
this
damn near
dude-
the whole year. Like, so, you know, the whole year, basically.
This dude probably was.
That's
But you know what,
insane.
yo? These high school kids are big. These high school
Yeah, he probably
kids,
wasn't even the biggest one there. Shit.
I wonder what kind of numbers was he dropping, man. But you know, listen, man. I ain't mad at the kid, man, for wanting to relive his high school sports dreams, man. I don't really know what they're going to charge him for. Like, I mean, I'm sure I know they got some laws, whatever. But I just curious just to want to know, hey, exactly what are the charges going to be?
I mean, and I guess he probably had to tell. He probably told some of his folks, like, "Hey, they like, what you doing with your life?" He says, "Man, I'm going back to school."
I'm going back to school. They like, oh, you going back to college? Nah, they got high school. I'm going back to high school.
That's crazy.
I will say one thing though: if somebody missed out on a roster spot because this guy, you know, was
somebody
playing as
did.
a fraud, is
Yeah.
the problem I have with that. If this guy did in fact, you know, get down with a 14-year-old, then I hope he serves for the rest of his
Well,
life.
no, they said he didn't sleep with the chick.
Yeah, the young girl.
It's just like 21 Jump Street, man. Like, I would love to be the. You know what? There's a few places I would love to go back in my life. One of them being my freshman year in college at Clark Atlanta University, 1998, freshman year in college. And the other would probably be my senior year of high school. So senior year of high school, freshman year in college. If I could just go back just to, because those were like some of the best time. My freshman year in college was like probably one of the best years of my life. Just period. Just because it was a new experience and I saw shit I ain't never seen before. You know, I'm just like, yo, like this is, you know, I met my closest friends. And then your senior in high school is your senior in high school. You know,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I wish I
popular
could. That's the
kid.
one I wish I could have back.
Those were, man, high schoolers. I'm glad high school's a thing.
And
like
I
that is for me.
Ah, man.
And knowing what you know
We're all
now,
different. We're all different, though.
like imagine going back to them in high school. You know, we kids. You know, our brain doesn't really fully develop till we like 25. But just knowing some of the stuff we know now, going back there.
Yeah,
like if
man.
I went back to high school now, even like I said with the whole 21 Jump Street thing, I go back to high school now, man. I'm fucking teachers. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah, I know. I mean, yeah,
Like,
man, I wish
going down.
I wish I could go back and have the money I had when I was selling crack and just open my own comedy club. I went through enough money to open up 5 clubs.
Damn.
Yeah, well, man.
You know, shit, but my mind wasn't on that level then. Shit, my mind was on the next sale.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
That's hilarious.
You live and you learn. You said your mom was on your next sale. I get it.
Could have took the crack money and bought a comedy club. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and I mean, I've got buddies that I graduated high school with who are now teaching and coaching at my high school, you know, and whatnot.
Damn.
High school wasn't the worst time of my life.
Good for them.
I
Good for
love
them
high
is
school.
right.
Yeah.
It wasn't the worst time
I
of my
couldn't
life.
do that.
But they'll tell you, they knew they were waiting for me to come out of my shell. They knew that I had aspirations of big things in life. I just didn't see it. Everyone else did.
That's
except for
funny.
me.
You
Yeah,
said
see,
they knew.
I knew. Like, I was one of the, you know how a lot of times the popular kid in high school, when by the time they grown, they end up being, you know, fat kid. They just, they
I
just the
never had that
opposite.
issue.
Like, I was a popular kid in school, one of the popular kids, one of the cool kids, and then look at me now, I'm still pretty dope. You know, I was homecoming king, you know, and look, I'm not fat, I'm in shape, and I'm doing pretty well for myself.
Someone tried to catfish
That's
me my
funny.
freshman year of high school. Yeah,
Damn.
thanks to AOL Instant Messenger, someone tried to catfish me. I didn't
Well,
take
yeah,
the
man.
bait though.
You can never take that bait. I don't trust that. I don't trust none of that. Especially AOL back then. Oh, hell.
Oh God,
Yeah, I never
man,
really
nah,
understood
wow.
that whole the catfish thing. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I'm tripping out because you know I just recently been on eHarmony and like all that type of shit, and it's like I didn't even know. Like I told one of my boys, I was like, dang, man, these women, I was like, damn, she cute, but shit, why she's showing no full body pictures, whatever.
Yeah, when they don't show
but see, I didn't even know. That's how new I am to that type of shit. My boys like, oh, if they ain't showing you their body, they don't want you to see it.
Yeah, man.
Now I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
That's
I
fucked up.
think I got catfish one time, yo. And I was just like, and she just didn't look the way that I thought. According to her photos, it was the total opposite. You know,
it was a man.
No, it was a chick.
That's what I consider catfish.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't know. I mean, okay, just not the woman. Yeah,
she was doing more.
I'm thinking Manti Te'o when I'm thinking catfish.
When I think of catfish, and I was actually just talking about the show Catfish on my way here because my friend did an episode of it. But Manti Te'o, he has set the bar now for being catfish.
I thought that's what
higher than anybody.
You got catfish by a dude.
What was it, Renaya Tuasasopo or something like that?
Yeah.
I think was. You know, when he said that,
told him he had died and all
his
that.
girlfriend and his grandma had died in the same week. They made this big deal about him his senior year at Notre Dame, and then apparently he got a phone call from his girlfriend while he was sleeping, leading up to the national championship game. And look, he's just gullible. He did nothing illegal. He was just a gullible individual.
Yeah, and a lot of people. Yeah, that's still happening to people out there. That's why if it wasn't for Felipe. Hooking me up with the eHarmony subscription, it's not like that's something I would have paid for. I don't like to do it like that. I want to see my bitches in person. That way I know what I'm dealing with. I can see. Yeah. It ain't no, is she big? Is she small? Is she short? Is she tall?
Yeah, you see right there.
You know?
And I like to spit verbal. I like to have that verbal conversation when I first meet a woman. Like I love that interaction. I mean, in face to face. I mean, the thing
because the women know if they gonna fuck you in the first 5 minutes. So shit, you can't know that shit if they're on the other end of the computer.
Right. But the only good thing I could say about online, the dating and with the eHarmony and all those other dating sites is that you could take the time to think of some creative things to say. Like,
I'm kind of
be like, oh, that ain't cool, and go back, and you know what I mean. It's just another.
I'm working on my etiquette with that shit. I don't know how to respond or whatever. And with the eHarmony, they just smile at you or whatever.
They just smile at you, give you a
let me tell you
thumbs up.
something.
Yeah, so this chick who was really nice looking smiled at me recently, and I smiled back, and she didn't say shit else. I'm like,
here's the
bitch,
thing.
why you smiling at me?
And they be checking to see what kind of subscription you on. If you on the free basic.
But I'm not on that. I'm like,
you gotta get on that.
I'm not on the free one. What I'm saying, no, they don't know that because my shit's coming from eHarmony because eHarmony sponsors Felipe's podcast, so he gave me the free subscription. So it's a legit. And if them bitches that particular, like even if they did, like no matter how you on it, you on the motherfucker.
Nah, man, there's levels to it, man.
Yeah. He said there's levels to these hoes.
He's like, he on the basic profile, girl. No, he too cheap to even.
But they know your financial bracket. If you honest with it, like I put approximately how much I'm in, so they know that anyway.
But here's the thing: you have more. If you pay for them, and I'm not saying with you. I'm talking in general.
Anybody, they look.
If you pay for your monthly subscription, then you get more benefits. You can actually message the girl.
Yeah.
So a girl waving at you, and the only option you got is to wave back.
I can talk to her too.
But for you, but I'm talking about for other people.
Yeah, then where does that go?
He too cheap to even pay enough.
He don't really want to meet me.
Yeah, he only could look at one of my pictures. He can't even
this
look
the motherfucker who would take me to cheap ass dinner.
Yeah, and me, because I don't do the whole like internet websites. I don't really do dating apps very often either. But it's one of those things where I never thought of that. Where if your only option's to wave back, you don't say anything. They pick up on that kind of thing.
They like, he got that basic membership.
I did not even think about something like that.
You know, when you start paying, you could do the video. I don't know. I'm saying, I know you could do video me. You could message. You got the high end. It's like you want the motherfucker the Honda Civic. Or you want the Accord membership?
That's crazy. That's true.
Honda Civic and Accord.
Yeah. Those are the only cars I drive, so that's why I had to use the Honda analogy.
I mean, now what do you want? you want a place on the 10th floor, or do you want the penthouse?
There you go.
Type thing
Wow.
right there. That would be my analogy. Shannon Sharp used that on Undisputed. But nah, you know what though? That's just nuts though about the whole eHarmony thing right there. I never thought of that. I mean, hell, we used to also make fake screen names in high school. My friends and I did. So we tricked one of our teammates, and I'm not friends with any of these guys on social media, so no one's gonna get thrown under the bus here. But we tricked one of our teammates into saying that we were some girl, and that we noticed what he had written in his AOL profile. Said that, oh, you seem like a cool guy. Here's my address. You should come here. So he shows up to this house.
Wow.
We're sitting there in a park with a video camera. And he
I've heard of
walks
people
up to the
doing
door,
that, yeah.
and while he's at the door, my friend runs up from behind with a mask on and a water balloon filled with like cheese and ketchup and mustard and whipped cream and all this stuff, and throws it at him. And everyone's like, "That's mean. You shouldn't have done that. That's bullying." If the guy's stupid enough to try and meet a complete stranger, I don't care what town you're in, you're asking for it.
Yo, man, but that's what you do.
hilarious.
You're young and horny and trying to get some ass.
And then a few months later, we said like, "Hey, come over."
Yeah, in high
And
school.
he did. We didn't throw anything. He knocks on the door. It's a 6-year-old girl who answers it.
Wow.
So he went for it twice.
Yup.
Oh, well, now that's
The
just
second
straight.
time was
loser.
hilarious. He was just looking around like to make sure no one was going to ambush him with a water balloon again.
Wow, that's crazy as hell. That is nuts, man. What y'all got coming up anything this week? What you doing?
Tonight, I got to host this music event at Zen Lounge. Thursday, I'm at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room for Nichelle Murdoch show, Crack 'em Up Thursdays. And then Friday, I'm at the J Spot, 8:30. And then after that, I shoot on over to Zen to do my night, the Dwayne Martin presents live music and dinner. So
Yeah, also, hey, any tourists, if you ever in LA and you looking for something to do on a Friday night, Zen Lounge, Trey's always there every Friday hosting, and Dwayne Martin live music. It's a nice ambiance there. So it'd be a good place to go, right in Studio City. And that's, once again, Zen Lounge.
As well as Jamal Doman, the usual host alongside Toby here on the Dope Dealers podcast. He also hosts on Friday nights there, too.
Yeah, when
Zen
Trey
Lounge
ain't
is where
there.
I first met Trey just a few months ago. And not this last Friday, but the week before, Meta World Peace was in the house.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's
That's
when.
funny.
Yeah, I was out of town. Yeah, so whenever I'm not there, I get Jamal or my boy.
And see,
Boogie
now
down.
Jamal ain't here, then Trey here. See, that's how we do it.
yeah,
That's
that's how we do it.
that's perfect. Hey, that's funny. I hadn't thought
great
about
venue.
Meta in a minute. And
It's a
today,
great venue, by the way. I want to be clear about that. Zen Lounge is bitching.
Yeah, today Meta's name. This is the second time Meta World Peace came up, because earlier we was talking about a story. I remember we was at the Improv one night and Meta was there, and Meta had on dirty sneakers. And everybody was like, this is when he was even still playing. Everybody was like, why the hell you got on dirty sneakers and you get them for free? Like, that makes no sense.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
would you be wearing dirty sneakers and you can get as many pair of shoes as you want for free? But that's
You know what? He that type of dude.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a different breed
Yeah.
for the right reasons, for the most part, for the right reasons. But me, no official shows lined up. But tonight I will swing by the State Social House on Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
Nabil the Extremist, our friend, he's got a good room over there 3 Wednesdays every month.
Yeah.
Feel free to check it out, show face. I saw Raven Simone. She popped in last time just to watch some comedy.
Where at?
She always out at the comedy
State Social
spots.
House in West Hollywood.
Oh no, I go there to smoke cigars all the time.
That's
she always
What nights do they do
place.
comedy there?
They're doing it tonight. It's 3 Wednesdays every month. So he's got the room going. It starts between 9 and 10 o'clock. I'm gonna pop in, support some of my friends, but I've done that
I
room
didn't
a couple
know.
of
So they do it
times.
3 Wednesdays out of the month.
Yeah, it's a dope
I know
room.
Raven, man. I've been to Raven's crib.
Well, that's cool.
She's cool.
This is I'm off this weekend. I'm
'Cause that's where I'm heading.
getting my
Like I
spring
said, I'm
cleaning
heading there.
and doing some stuff around the house this weekend. I'm off. First time in a while. I had a little few days, so that's cool.
I gotta
go
highlight.
smoke a lot of bud this weekend. I'm
Okay.
sure that's what I'm gonna do. Smoke
Okay.
a lot of bud, clean up, check out some other people's podcasts. Keep posting about ours so people check it out when they just at home this weekend. That's about it. It's Memorial Day weekend. I don't like to
Snap,
do
it
too
is.
much when the holiday
I forgot
times and
about that.
summer,
It is
especially
Memorial
that
Day.
drink. people be drinking and shit like that. I'm getting older. I like stay in where I know I can make it.
Yeah, man.
Because see, the thing is that even if you don't drink or even if you in an Uber or whatever, shit,
Somebody else.
Yeah, all they gotta do is be drunk.
Yeah, real talk. Real
Nah,
talk.
I mean, with with me, I'm still pitching that movie script I was telling you about. We've got got some comedy shows lined up down the road. No dates are set yet.
Okay.
But I likely will be back at the Brea Improv in the next month or two. So I'm excited about that. To all my Yorba Linda, Orange County friends and family, y'all know you'll hear from me about that.
Yeah, and once again, hey, anybody, if you know somebody in Oklahoma City, send them to the Looney Bins to check out my co-host Jamal Doman. He'll be there all weekend long. It's called a triple feature show where you're getting 3 headliners, a special thing for Memorial Day weekend, 3 headliners on each show at the Oklahoma City Looney Bin. Check them out. And
That's what's up. That's cool.
yeah, man. And we appreciate all the listeners. Tell a friend. Please rate, review the show. Tell a friend. We appreciate you guys. And the word is spreading. And, people are just seeing me on the street and they just coming up to me, showing me their phones that they listen and shit like that. So it's real cool.
All right.
Yeah, we truly appreciate it. And episode 14, Dope Dealers Podcast. Hey, we're going to head out again with 90s. Princess of Bel Air.
And I had these boys.
Break a leg, get money, fuck a friend. Represent, then bands will make a dance. Wish them well, you never playing fair. Isabel, the princess of Bel Air. Dollar bill, motherfucker friend. And if we talking out of 10, she 100 grand. Every time I approach her, she say she got a man. But when I drop them stacks, she seem to change her plans. Sweet poison runs down the lips as she tell me lies. On a mission, the destination between the thighs. She's a bad girl, but in the best way.